since I've taken over as the contest coordinator, and it gets better every year. I just wish we could get more kids involved in it because the kids are our future. I know there are people, if you look at a lot of the dioramas, especially Kathy, Kathy's diorama, Kathy, to me, Kathy took over for a couple of diorama makers that were really good back in the day. So, and Kathy carries on that torch because that's what we want to see. But I'd like to see a lot more kids involved in this because it's the kids that are going to expand this hobby and keep this hobby going. And if it wasn't for us, G.I. Joe probably would have died back in the early 80s when it was finishing. So, and with that, I want to say it was really tough. This is the toughest year I've had to do this. And it chokes me up. Yeah. This is what this. It's not. Where's David? It's not the contest. It's what we do it for, and we're doing this for a museum, for a young man that loved G.I. Joe and loved the hobby, and we do this for the Cody Lane Foundation. We bring people in to do this, to bring these vehicles in, these figures, these dioramas, and that way when we see what's going on, we can see what can go in the museum, what we should be striving for, what our goal should be. So, and that's what chokes me up, is what we do it for. And every year I stand here and I get choked up thinking about all the stuff that's on these tables. So, and I look around and I see all my friends who will be leaving, and I'll be leaving, and I won't see them for another year. Except on Facebook when we get into arguments about stupid. So with that, I'm gonna go with the vehicles. Now people don't know it. I am the sole judge for the vehicle contest. So when the vehicle, I sponsor the vehicle contest. So when the vehicles come in, that's my responsibility to make sure they get judged. All right. The dioramas, what I do is I usually pick one or two people to come in, and they go through and they do the points. They write up my points. I show them what I need done. They do the points for the figures and the dioramas. And then what I do is if there's ties, I either get my son or I just grab somebody out of the hallway and I say, do me a favor, take these two, go look at them, tell me what you think. And that's how I do my points. That's how we grade this. Because I don't want to see it. Because if I sit here and I say, oh yeah, well, you know, I like that figure, that's what's going to happen, right? What's going to win is what I like, and I don't want that. I want what you like to win. That's how it should be done. So with that, the vehicles are really good this year. We've had more than we've ever had. I can say that with all honesty because it's just phenomenal that with all the stuff that's coming out and all the stuff that was out and that you can find and everything and things. A lot of people are hand making vehicles and stuff, and that's pretty cool. So the third place vehicle is Danny Garrett with his his Desert AT 4x4. Put on the tree. Second place is Dave Roth with the medicine wagon. And first place is Dave Pewter, and this is going to be for the 247. And I know some of my friends are standing back there saying, "Why didn't the tank win? You're a tanker. You're a tanker." Well, the tank is great. I love the tank because I've been trying to con my friends into buying me one and send it to my house, but they won't. So, but one of the if you haven't looked inside this thing. You have to, because I have seen similar vehicles at I was a reenactor for a while. I have seen the 251 series half track, German half track, with all the equipment in them. And this, if you blew this thing up, it would be the white, it would be the real thing. And the 247 is actually, it's perfect. It looks like the real thing in small, in miniature. So. All right, youth vehicle is Joseph Floyd. Now, he's the only youth vehicle entrant. But if you notice, there's a Toyota pickup truck on the table down there. It's all scratch built with stuff he had in his house. It's cardboard, it's paper. He wet it down and mashed it together, plastic, and he put it together. He built this truck himself.
Okay, $20, please.
That's what the hobby's about. That's what it's about. It's scratch building things and everything like that. You know, this thing, if there was somebody who built, somebody scratch built a Blackhawk, 1/6 scale Blackhawk about 10 years ago. And that was the big thing, and that was the big thing in the G.I. Joe community. Was this guy was, I can't remember who it was. But Jack, do you remember who built that?
Which one?
The Blackhawk. About 10 years ago, there was a 1/6 scale Blackhawk that showed up in the sandbox.
Oh, no. I don't
But they scratch built this Blackhawk, and they had a SEAL team with it. It was a Dragon SEAL team. It was all decked out, had everything, and it had weapons on it, had everything. But they scratch built it. And there was a scratch built Huey a few years ago.
Will Rodriguez. Will Rodriguez.
Will Rodriguez. Oh, that okay, yeah, yep. And he was an old. He did an LAV. No, he did a Striker. He did the Striker too. That was he did a steel Striker. It was all metal. So it's crazy. This is what the hobby's about: scratch building stuff and putting stuff together and decking everything out. So that's his. He got that. All right.
Wait, so how do people come?
Youth diorama, first place, Mike Dickey. Second place youth diorama is Nikki Kosen. Okay, youth figure, first place, Mike Dickey. All right, if you haven't known, let me see. You got the. Let's see. You did the pyramid and the figure with the zombie with the axe, right? So if you see down there the zombie with the axe, Mike did, and he did the pyramid diorama back there where you look inside and you can see. And I thought the coolest thing to show the size ratio was the tiny little ATV sitting outside the pyramid with all the big guys inside the middle of it. So that was actually pretty cool. So, all right, second place is Ben Browning for Donald Trump. Okay, yeah. Good job, good job. And then third place is Dana Kosen. Y'all did a really good job. Keep coming back. I like seeing you guys, kids especially. You have to have the kids come back. All right. Adult diorama. When you walk around, you see the dioramas are probably the coolest thing that we have in here because it's a little bit of everything. It's G.I. Joe. It's last year we had a girl do cheerleading squad of all the SEC cheerleaders. She had all the uniforms and they were all decked out and everything, and she had the gym floor all laid out, and that was actually really cool. So stuff like that's what we like to see. So and it's a combination of G.I. Joe. We got G.I. Joe, Dragon, BBI, DID, DID. It's about so. But this is and that's what we see, right? That's the coolest thing. So all right. So let's see. Let's get on with the dioramas. First, we'll go to third place. And like I said, it's really tough. It was it was exhausting.
Around the
And
jacket this time.
especially after last night, it was really exhausting.
You just leave that alone.
I don't
So,
mind mine
third
that
place
much.
is Kathy Jones for the Sub C7.
I found the trick for little kids is to fold part of it in before you do it.
Yeah, this is like, there was like a little
Second
girl.
place
I like didn't want to walk
is
around. Like,
Hunter McGarry for the
so
bar.
I just like, I
In first place, Fernando Cota with
Yeah.
Battle of Endor.
Loser.
what did you take out of your pocket?
All right, and figures are just as hard as everything else. So
No kidding. He has mints in his pocket. This one, $10.
all right, third place, Celtic Warrior by Terry Stair.
Thank you.
Set La La Land.
Have fun. Right? Like, sorry, you're like, ENTJ? What are you again? ENTJ?
Second place is Jeff McGarry with the Westworld Men in Black. And first place is Vincent Van Gogh. Thank you, everybody. It was a great show, and we moved everything up this year because we wanted to make sure that everybody got a chance to, like the kids, to use their money and go back out there and put it back into the G.I. Joe community, the Joelanta community, and we wanted to make sure you had a chance to get rid of all your money. I know, because I come here every year and I leave with nothing. But I do leave with, I get the chance to see all my friends and everything. So, but I don't think I've ever walked out of here with anything I've ever bought. So go out and spend. Spend.